Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Happy fall. I am so excited for summer to be over. That might be controversial, but I just can't. I hate the heat and I love spooky season and crispy air, so I'm ready. I'm beyond ready. I am going to be talking to you about all of the books I read in September. I read 8 books. Well, 7 and a novella, so I'm just going to say 8. And I'm so excited. I had a really good reading month. I loved all of the books I read. Let's talk about all the books I read this month. All right, you guys, we started off this month strong. And when I say this month, I guess I should preface, I had a very, very bad reading slump the past few months, to be honest. Life kind of punched me in the face hard. So I have not been reading a lot. I read these 8 books in the past week and a half, which I guess I'm out of my reading slump now because I've been reading a lot, but I'm glad to be back. First book I want to talk about is Flawless by Elsie Silver. I started this book months ago, okay? And I just couldn't get into it. And it's not because the book isn't good, because it was amazing. It was because of my reading slump. So I finally went back and I finished it and I rated this book 4 stars. This book follows Summer and Rhett. Rhett is a bull rider and Summer works for her dad's management company who happens to manage Rhett. And he got into some drama and she is sent to babysit him and make sure he stays out of bad media, and basically out of media, period. So she's basically babysitting him. It is a little bit of enemies to lovers, I would say. I really, really enjoyed this book. I'm very excited to read the next few books in the series because we got little snippets of the other couples. So 4 stars. I really enjoyed it and I love me a good bull rider. Next up we have New Adult. This cover drew me in so hard at Barnes & Noble. I was like, yes, I will take it. Didn't even read the back, but this book follows Nolan and Drew, and they're living in New York City. Nolan is an up-and-coming comedian. He's trying to break into the comedy world, and he ends up asking Drew to be his date to his sister's wedding so he doesn't have to go alone. And while he's at the wedding, he gets a call saying hey, can you come fill in for this comedy thing? And he's thinking it's gonna be his big break. So Nolan decides to leave his sister's wedding and miss basically the entire wedding. And when he gets back, there's all this drama. His family is very disappointed in him, as they should be, low-key. And he ends up wishing that he would be successful and be okay with everyone on these crystals that he got at the wedding. And the next morning he wakes up 7 years in the future. So we're following that story and how he gets back to his normal life and repairs all of those relationships that he hurt 7 years prior. So it's giving 13 going on 30. It was a good book. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I rated it 3 stars. So it was pretty average. Next up, I read Once Upon a Broken Heart. It was a little slow getting into this book, but when I tell you the last 150 pages, I was sucked in. It was so freaking good. I rated this book 4 stars. I'm very excited to read the second and the third book. This book follows Evangeline, and she is so desperate to stop a wedding from happening that she essentially makes a deal with the devil. And the devil is Jax. But Jax isn't a devil. He's actually an immortal, and he is the Prince of Hearts. And he says he will stop the wedding in exchange for 3 kisses. Not kisses to him, but he has to tell her to kiss other people. I don't know. You'll find out. We're not gonna get into it. But there is a lot of drama. I think the second and the third books are gonna be absolutely amazing now that the world building aspect is kind of done. I'm excited to read the next 2. All right, my next books are part of a series, and I loved this series. This was a 5-star series, and I picked it up because of Destiny. And I was like, okay, girl, I trust you. And she did not let me down. So I am talking about The Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Oh my God. I devoured these books literally in 4 days. All of them. Amazing. So the 4 books are The Naturals, Killer Instinct, All In, and last but not least, Bad Blood. They all follow a group of teenagers who are known as the Naturals, and they have different abilities, and they work with the FBI to solve cold cases, and they have a lot of like trauma in their own families and lives that we also get to explore. It is like found family, there's a little bit of romance in it. A lot of people relate it to like being Criminal Minds for like YA, like a YA Criminal Minds. I've never seen Criminal Minds, so I can't say whether that is true or not, but I really enjoyed these. So at the end of Bad Blood, there is a novella called 12 already like in the book. So that is what my like 5 books are for this. So for the first book, The Naturals, I gave this book 5 stars. It was so good. I read it in a few hours. Like I literally could not put it down. 10 out of 10. This was really good because it made me excited to like continue reading the rest of the series. Like I wasn't just gonna be like, okay, like that was good, but I'll wait. Like I needed to immediately go into the next one and read it. So I guess that's how you know it's a 5 star. It definitely gave me that 5-star feeling, that's for sure. Next up we have Killer Instinct. This was 4 stars for me. I still really enjoyed it, but wasn't as good as the first one in my opinion. That might be controversial, but I still really enjoyed it. And I, again, just wanted to go into the next one, so it was amazing. This is a 3rd book. It is All In. This was 5 stars for me. I loved it. Amazing, so good, and again, immediately had to pick up the last book, which is Bad Blood, and I rated this 4 stars, and then I gave the novella 4 stars as well. So in total, this book series 5 stars. But yeah, so good. Definitely read it if you have not, because you are missing out. Please take my advice. All right, you guys, those were all the books that I read in September. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not read these books, what are you doing? And if you have, what are your thoughts? I'm so curious. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye.